Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino does a Genshin Impact character likability tier list. This is for every playable character in Genshin Impact. I will put them in a tier based on how much I like them. It's got really nothing to do with their combat ability and everything to do with their personality and just quality as characters. We're gonna rate every single character down here in this list right here. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna break some hearts and let out some farts, so it'll be definitely a tier list to watch out for. Without further ado, how about we just get started? I'm playing the Buried Snowflake soundtrack that happens in Dragonspine, in case you're wondering about the music, and that will be on a loop for the next hour. So I hope you enjoy it. First up is Male Traveler. I picked Female Traveler. So Male Traveler is our, sort of doppelganger enemy prince of the abyss. Dude, the first time I saw Male Traveler as an enemy, I forgot that he was, the other option as the main protagonist, so I had no idea who he was. I was like, are they ever gonna reveal, who this person is? Yeah, the Traveler, either Traveler, they really have no personality or agency in the story at all. They really don't have a personality. Dude, the voice actors for the Traveler must get so excited every time a new update drops and they get to record one more line of dialogue. Because that's all they ever get. But I don't know why these characters even have voices. They do one line per update. The most recent update, the only thing the Traveler ever says is I challenge you to a duel! It's what, damn, how many takes did that take you? Did you get paid for the full hour on that one? Their design's fine. There's nothing wrong with how they look. Since we're talking about it, I'll go ahead and put both of them in C tier. I think Female Traveler has kind of a not very fitting voice. You know, I do English voices, by the way. Some people play this game in Japanese dub, and they think that's, more true to it, but this is a Chinese game, so what are you talking about? This isn't an anime. You want to do Chinese voice actors, that I understand. But the idea that you would default to, Japanese subbed is, almost kind of insulting if you think about it. Who's up next? Up next, we got Mona. If you want to hear more, in-depth stuff about the female characters, at least the vast majority of them, you should watch my waifu ranking video. Which, oh, that tier's still up here. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. Mona's poor. Mona is a poverty-stricken street rat. She's basically Aladdin if Aladdin was an astrologist. Except she doesn't steal, she just deals with the fact that she's poor. She's law-abiding in that way. She's a very nice person. She accepts her lot in life. You know, you won't see her jacking fruit from stalls. You'll just see her not eat for days at a time. She lights up like a Christmas tree when she got food in her mouth. From the outset, if you just look at her outfit, you probably think a certain way about her, but then when she actually starts talking and shows you her character, you're like, oh, that's not what I expected. And it's mostly just because she wears a G-string with pantyhose or whatever. And I was like, oh, what kind of person is this? But she surprised me. I think Mona is honestly probably A tier. I just want to sponsor her from afar. You know, just Meals on Wheels. Maybe do some trick-or-treat for UNICEF and the proceeds go to Mona's bank account. She needs it more than those kids do, I promise you. Alright, next up is Albino. Is it Albino or Albedo? I think he's very sort of mysterious and, cool. I would say B tier to be safe. But I definitely like his vibe, you know what I mean? And then at the end of the story quest, he's like, will I one day destroy the world? It's oh, that came out of nowhere. How much power you got, dude? Ooh, you want to see Super S tier, that's Ganyu. Ganyu, because I want people to watch my waifu ranking, I'm not going to spoil the waifu ranking, but Ganyu's pretty high up in the waifu ranking. Ganyu is best girl. Oh man, I spoiled it anyway. Ganyu's best girl. She's at the top. Nobody holds a candle to Ganyu. Those horns were made for walking, whatever that means. Ganyu is just an angel of demure, studious, industriousness, conscientiousness. Got a good head on her shoulders, let's say that. Some good titties hanging off the side too, am I right? Oh my god. Ganyu's pretty good. Fischl, I really like Fischl as a character. I don't know anything about her other than just like the little veneer, the facade she puts on when she's like in the character menu and she's saying a bunch of stuff, but then she can't even pronounce her own name or something. It's weird. I don't know what's going on with her, and that she has like a raven demon companion. That's pretty cool. Not a lot of us can just like find that at Walmart, so I just think she's cool. I think she's a cool, interesting, unique character, and I think she belongs in A tier for that as far as her personality is concerned. Next up, we have Eula. Dude, I hate Eula. And I like Eula. I hate and like. She's real hit or miss, just depending on what she's deciding to be. At any given moment, is like, does she want to be that, like, aristocratic asshole, or does she want to be more, like, down-to-earth and, like, joke about revenge and stuff? Vengeance. I like the vengeance shtick. I think anytime she opens her mouth to another citizen of Mondstadt, it's a freaking disaster, and it makes her a 100% unlikable. You, lowly toiler! You know, she says stuff like that. So, I don't know. I guess that would make her a good character, though, because she's got this, like, dichotomy of good versus bad, as opposed to just being one-dimensional, I suppose. Oh, man, I guess she's A tier. I guess she still has to be A tier. Lisa is a D tier character that needs, you know, she is very pretty much one-dimensional, except for the fact that she's, like, almost dead. I read that she has, like, some kind of expiration date of, like, a few years into the future, so she don't have long to live anymore. But in the meantime, she's gonna get as much tail as she could possibly get, I guess. I don't know. That was her goal. I would give Bennett his own tier, because I sincerely believe that Bennett is the most unlikable character in this entire game, bar none. Bennett is so freaking annoying. His personality is so annoying. It's so bothersome. Dude, I hate unbridled optimism combined with just like a tragic character. I hate that. I don't like it. Just be sad. You deserve to be sad. You're the unluckiest human being in the world. Every time you go outside, it immediately starts raining. God does not care what's going on in the rest of the world. All he dedicates his entire existence to is making sure you have the roughest time of it you can possibly have. And you deserve it. I don't know why, but you probably did something to deserve that. Honestly, I would do it just because of your personality. I would, every time I hear you go like, Bennett Adventure Team, assemble! Every time I hear you say that, I want a lightning strike to be localized directly onto your forehead. You are the most annoying person who ever lived. I hate Bennett. He goes into F tier. It's so annoying that he's the best character in the game. Like, the most useful utility person who exists. Oh man, you're telling me he puts a circle down, heals everybody almost to full HP, and buffs their attack by an absurd amount? That's not cool, man. That's why. Why would you give him that? He doesn't deserve that. He deserves garbage. He deserves to be at the bottom of the tier list, but he's at the very top. The tippity-tip top. Hope you lose your balance and fall off. It's bound to happen. You got the worst luck. Next up we have Chongyun, who is an exorcist who, like, has never seen a demon because he's just so unapproachable and imposing that every demon who gets within like 100 feet of him just immediately passes on to the next world. Chongyun is weird. He also eats a lot of ice cream. Chongyun is basically Roxas with blue hair, if you think about it. He needs to eat ice cream to calm down because he can't control his emotions. That's, you know, who among us can say that we're in full control of our emotions if we don't have ice cream, you know? Everybody talks about how cool D-Luke is. He has a derpy face. Like, you don't see the derpiness of his face, a personality or anything going on. And he's sort of brooding, and his entire character trait is that he doesn't like the Knights of Favonius. And I don't remember why, but I know that constantly hearing about that in his dialogue is annoying. I honestly think D-Luke is like D tier. I don't know what the deal with cat ladies is. I don't know why they let a child, like, serve alcohol. I assume she's like Qiqi, maybe she's 1,000 years old, and is just doomed to never grow beyond 3 feet tall. Every time I look at Diona, I'm like, all right, make sure you don't feel anything any particular way about this. Like, any particular aspect of what she's got going on, make sure that does nothing for you. And it doesn't, so I'm succeeding, but it's one of those characters where it's like, okay, I gotta walk on this line, I guess. I don't know, Diona's one of those characters I feel like you need to be careful how you talk about her with people. Kaya is also D tier. I don't like him at all. And what, just because you also have an eye patch, you think you're as cool as Fischl now? Nah, dude, Fischl did it first, guaranteed, even though she looks way younger than you. Doesn't matter. She's a trendsetter, you're just a follower. Ningguang, I don't know, she's just rich. That's pretty much her whole deal. Kamisato Ayaka, I think Ayaka's an A-tier character. And it's, you know, your heart breaks for Ayaka sometimes when that chick at the food vendor is like, yeah, you know, people really admire her, but they don't know how to approach her, and so she don't have any friends. It's like, oh no, Ayaka, why don't you have any friends? That's not fair. You're the person everybody wants to be friends with, but they're too scared. Next up is Klee. Dude, what a freaking psycho. I'm scared of Klee. Klee is the most, like, scary character in this entire game. No cap. This chick makes bombs as a hobby and blows people and animals and the environment up just for fun. All I know is that she has issues. She spends most of her time in solitary confinement because it's just too dangerous to have her out in the real world. Because, I don't know, she might see some kids playing in the park and then she'll be like, you guys want to play hot potato? Don't let it explode! And then all of a sudden you got pieces of your kid on the playground. But I do think she's a B-tier character. Next up is Coaching. Coaching's entire personality is just like, I'm a workaholic. Also, the gods, I don't really believe in the gods that much. They're not perfect. And it's just any possible way that she can shoehorn those two topics of conversation into whatever she's talking about, she will take that opportunity. You'd be like, hey, Coaching, what do you want for dinner? She'd be like, I don't know, what do you think the gods would have? I'll have the opposite. I think she's probably a C-tier character. I wouldn't go so far as to say D-tier. Then we have Hu Tao. Hu Tao is an easy A-tier. Oh, you almost went into S-tier. Only, I'm not entirely sure, but I think Ganyu might be the only person who goes into S-tier. Hu Tao has a very quirky, like, unique personality. More silly while spooky, but not in the Klee spooky way. Like, you know, if you're hanging out with Hu Tao, you don't actually think you're in danger of losing your life, like with Klee. Definitely A-tier, she belongs there. I hope I get her. Then we have Qiqi. Qiqi is just the bane of every whale's existence. And, well, dolphin. No, she's the bane of every single person who puts a wish into the banner. She is the bane. Because every time you're like, don't be 50-50, don't be 50-50, just give me the event character. Every time you lose a 50-50, it's Qiqi. She's the one who made you lose the 50-50. It's happened to me twice. She did it with Ayaka, she did it with Raiden Shogun. For me, she just always shows up when she's not wanted. I have C2 Qiqi, and it's through no fault of my own. It's not fair. She just get out of the rotation. Nobody asked for you, you 1,000-year-old zombie toddler. Like, she's dead. She has a spell tag on her forehead. That's how you know she toast. Somebody murdered her or something. And then, I don't know, she got raised out of the dead somehow and became a pharmacy slave. Which, frankly, you deserve. You deserve undeath for the rest of your undead life. But, I don't know, that's not true. Because I feel like if she was dead, then she would stop showing up in banners. And that would just be a benefit for everybody. So, I don't know. Dude, Chongyun, where you at? Come exercise Qiqi. As long as you're within 100 feet of my event banner, Qiqi will never show up. She'll be too scared. Yeah, she is F tier, honest. I feel like Bennett deserves his own tier, but I will put Qiqi in F tier also. Because she's just like a hallmark of you having wasted your time and money. Then we have Amber. C tier. Just C tier, you know, just basic. Next up we have Beidou. And I think she turns out to be more of a halfway decent character than probably you would have thought. I feel like I put her in B tier. I like the way she looks, man. I like what she got going on. What do you want from me? Yoimiya never shuts up. If Yoimiya would just zip her lip for an hour every day, she could go up like 2 tiers, who just wants to talk constantly. Oh my god, you probably have to turn up the volume on this video because you can't hear me over her talking right now. But that said, she's like one of the most beautiful characters in this game. Like physically, visually, absolute marvel. Stunning, bombshell. I will give her A tier. She still deserves to be an A tier. Next up we have Barbara. B tier. Then we have Xiangling, who is a chef. I think Xiangling is likable. I think Xiangling is probably also B tier. Xinyan is F tier because she doesn't matter. Xinyan has never mattered and possibly will never matter. And they still decided to just not put her in the story at all. Like, is she gonna show up in Sumeru? She doesn't seem like the scholar type to me. And maybe they never will. Maybe Xinyan was just a mistake that they can't rectify, and they're like, well, they'll notice if we take her out of the game, so I guess we'll just pretend she doesn't exist. I mean, it's not like she's not offensive. She just doesn't matter. I guess I'll put her in D tier. Because if you get an F tier, you have to have like wronged me in some way. That's how you get into F tier. Then we have Yanfei, easy A tier. Yanfei, easy A tier. Love the lawyer stuff. She's a smart cookie. She's intelligent, which means you can contend with her, and contending with someone is so fun. She's got some annoying voice lines. I'm gonna charge extra for meeting outside the office, like every time you add her to your party. It's like, you are conscripted to be enlisted into my services whenever I damn well please. I want you fair and square in a banner, act like it. I'm basically human trafficking you, so I don't know where you're getting this uppity attitude from. I think she's gorgeous, I like her outfit. Then we have Noelle. Noelle doesn't matter. She doesn't matter. All she wants is to be a knight, and she is way better than so many other knights, and for some reason they just still don't make her a knight. I don't get it. Like, you know she has a vision, right? That automatically puts her head and shoulders above 99% of the rank and file you got in your army. Why are we still evaluating her? Noelle has been instrumental in my fights against the Primo Geovishap and Ajdaha, and you're telling me she can't be a new recruit for the Knights of Favonius? Like, you guys aren't dealing with threats like that. Then we have Razor. Razor was someone I was initially excited about, and I used him on my team as my main DPS for a long time, as I navigated through the ranks of the early and mid game, and he's sort of fallen off now. I have replaced him with Ayaka. Ayaka is my new main DPS. You know, he's just a wolf. He's voiced by Natsu in Fairy Tail, and they do basically the exact same voice. Lupical! You know, he just says stuff like that. You are my Lupical! I'm ready to hunt! He's a wolf kid. He's stereotypically stupid, doesn't know human customs, you know, is a furry. So, alright, Childe. I prefer to say Childe. It makes him sound more refined. You know, child is like, that's kind of creepy to be calling a grown man child. I think Childe is, you know, he's got that like big brother side to him that I'm sure a lot of people find endearing, but I personally hate children, so I don't like when people are nice to them. But I'll say he's pretty good. I would give him a B tier. After we're all done here, I might like look through this and move some people up and down. There's some people I'm thinking about whether or not I should move them up or down a tier. Rosaria is F tier. I'm actually surprised by this. I totally forgot about her. Rosaria is so annoying. If you do Albino's story quest, she treats you like a virus, and she's the firewall. Like, she just is constantly watching your every move and like getting in the way and just being stupid. But I think Rosaria is garbage. Jean is overworked and malnutritioned. Probably B tier. Only because she's like overworked and exhausted though. If she was a healthy human woman, she would be in C tier. It's only through her suffering that her character is elevated. And isn't that a metaphor for life, huh? Next up we have Sucrose. She prefers to sequester herself away in her alchemy lab and just, I don't know, stalk kittens or other things that she does. She loves kitty cats, and so do I, so we have an affinity there. That love does not extend to Diona on my part, though, so Sucrose, you might be a little weirdo. I think she's C tier. I don't like Venti. I think Venti's really annoying, but he's not F tier. But he is pretty annoying. Like, cut your pigtails off and have, like, a real man hairstyle. Come on. Femboys, am I right? The rise of femboys is an assault on masculinity, you know? So, but, like, get rid of the pigtails, though. Not that that would fix your personality, but it would make you less confusing to look at. I think Xiao is B tier, being one of the Yaksha whatevers. You know, the history can only carry you so far in the eyes of other people, like understanding you. Ooh, Xingqiu, my man Xingqiu, S tier. Straight S tier. Forgot about him, and I'm really sad about it, and don't worry, I'll give myself 40 lashes of flagellation for penance. My main, I would say I main Xingqiu. He is the character that is on my name card. And then also, he's a Hydro character, which is probably my element. If I was a Genshin character, I would probably be either Hydro or Cryo. But with Xingqiu, I'm gonna need all those constellations. I'm gonna need every single one of those, okay? Zhongli, I'd also like to have Zhongli, because everybody has him, and he's like, what, the best shielder? I don't know, his story quests were so long and drawn out, it's just like running all over town, watching him not have money. And it's like, dude, you're the Geo Archon. Like, why don't you just snap your fingers and make a little pile of more right here? Like, you could just do that. You know, if you didn't want people to cover your secret, just be like, oh, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. And then just go to the bathroom and make, like, a pile and make a humongous bag of more and then come back and be like, oh, I found this in the dumpster. Yes, I would like to buy this Nocticulus Jade now. So just, you know. You could figure it out instead of just being like a constant leech. Alright, fine. I'll put him in A tier. He, you know, a man of his station. Then we have the Raiden Shogun. I know it's Raiden Shogun. I'm trying to train myself to say that, but it's been hard. Especially because, you know, Raiden from Mortal Kombat. I don't know, I feel like she's really a C tier character. Then we have Kaedahara. Here's the deal, man. If we were going combat only, I would put him directly up here in S tier because he is the character I've used the most. I don't know what my team would be like without him. But he is, oh my god, he's so annoying in the story. Every time he opens his mouth, it's like, can you just talk normal for 1 second? Taking a journey in the rain certainly rouses the spirit. But it's best to dry one's clothes before, you know, like, shut up. Why are you giving me laundry tips? Like, that's a voice line for you? I'll put him in D. It hurts me, but I'll put him in D. I mean, look, Bennett is also on my team as a mainstay, my mainstay support, and he's F, so my team really just consists of a lot of really unlikable characters. Alright, Sayu. I know almost nothing about Sayu. Tentative C to start out. Could move up or down as things go. I think Kujo Sara. I don't know. Sure. Oh, next up we have Kokomi. Kokomi is, wow, like, she is adorable. She got that hydracious beauty going on, you know? It's just annoying that she's a third hydro catalyst. Like, do we need more of that? I don't think we need more of that. But personality, what? Dude, she got like a serene grace. She's an A tier. Aloy is F. There's no reason, I don't know why they did this. There's no reason for Aloy to be in here. It's not cute, it's not cool. I don't, crossovers, go for it. I don't think crossovers are inherently a bad idea. I think this one was not even really conceptually a bad idea. I just feel like it just feels pointless. And she's a 5-star cryo. So first of all, she's trying to step on Ganyu's toes, and that's just unacceptable. I don't know, maybe it would have been cool if it was anyone other than a cryo archer. So if you're just like a lesser counterpart of an already established character, it's not gonna make people endear themselves to you very much. Toma's fine. He's basically Childe. Like, he's almost exactly the same character as Childe, but with less, you know, like, evil or being on the opposing side, you know? Also, this WTF tier, by the way, I don't know why this picture is here. It's Kazuha and Beto, like, back to back, and it's like, why is this picture here? Was this a misinput? I think Toma's really, like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's really just C tier. He's just an average character. You know what? Let's order it. Let's order it and see how things will shake out here. Hu Tao, Ayaka, Mona, Yenfei, Zhongli, Fischl, Yoimiya, Kokomi, Eula. Okay. That's good. Then we have B tier. I do think Albino should be at the top of B tier. I was thinking of moving him to A tier, but I don't have enough information. Except Xiao should be at the bottom, and then Jean. So Barbara like that, and then okay, yeah, that's good. That's B tier. And Sayu, Amber. This is good. This is a good C tier right there. Now this is ordered. Let's go Kaedahara at the top of D tier. Come on, go there. There you go. Kaedahara, Kujo Sara, Noelle, Lisa, D-Luke, Kaya, Shinyan, and Venti. And then F tier, the very bottom of F tier is Bennett, followed by Qiqi, followed by Aloy, and then the top of F tier. Yes, I got to the top of F tier, Rosaria.